Our play is about ready to start, so I'll let you get to your seats and we will start the play.
Excuse us.
Here, they're back there this time.
If any of your kids are playing on the playground, please tell them to come back. So, is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Okay.
I'm excited.
Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, there was a very beautiful princess named Alexandra.
How boring. This begins like every other fairy tale I've ever read.
Who's that?
It's me, the reader. I'm going to put this book back on the shelf.
No, wait. I can make it better. I promise. Start reading again.
Okay, but it better be good. I'm a busy kid, you know. I don't have time to read boring old books.
Okay, here we go. Once upon a time,
Boring.
there was a rather attractive princess who was modeled for privileged life and craved adventure.
Much better. I'm the original.
Her name was Alexandra, and she wasn't very happy.
I suppose I should be happy, being rather attractive and living in a huge castle. But I'm just so bored. Princess, time to get ready. Oh, goody.
Ready for a fabulous day?
What's on the agenda, Lady Prue? Breakfast meeting with husband-to-be, manicure at 10, luncheon with girlfriends at 12, judging the village idiot competition at 2, night sword play tutorial at 3. Should I pencil in a croquet practice at 4:30? Hang on, what was that first thing again?
Breakfast meeting with your husband to be.
Oh, not another one. I wonder what prize prince my mother has picked out for this time.
I heard the cook talking to the coachman, and she said that her best friend's cousin was once engaged to her brother's best friend. And apparently he's not very tall, but he dances well and has good hair.
Terrific. If he survives any longer than the others, it'll be a miracle.
I want to say, princess, you have some bad luck. 7 intended husbands, 7 dead princes.
Well, that's not my fault, Lady Delilah. The princess is supposed to send the prince on a dangerous quest to win her hand. So that's what I did. Perhaps the quests were a little too dangerous. Oh, please. Who doesn't want a husband who can't swim to the bottom of the deepest sea, climb to the top of the highest mountain, or slay the fiercest dragon? Besides, without exception, they were all dull and boring, droning on about nothing and never actually interested in me. I had to send them on adventures so we would at least have something to talk about when they got back. Would it not be easier to have a conversation with a live prince than a dead one?
I think she means that you might go easier on this one.
We'll see. Oh, I must eat a breakfast. See you in the dining room.
Dear Diary, Mother, in her infinite wisdom, have found yet another prince. I'm surprised there are any left in these parts, considering my track record, that is. But why doesn't she understand I want to choose my own husband? I want to fall in love, not be set up on a lifelong blind date by my mother. Besides, there are things I want to do before I get married, like travel and have some adventures on my own.
You go, sister.
Do you mind?
She's so cool. Usually the princess just wants to be swept off her feet. I like her. You can go ahead now.
Thank you so very much. More later, love, Alex.
Sounds like you're in a bit of a pickle, princess.
What? Who are you?
I'm your fairy god sister.
Fairy god sister?
What? Do I look old enough to be your mother? Fairy god sister. I knew I shouldn't have skipped that as Botox treatment.
I'm sorry. I mean, you don't look old or anything, but what exactly is a fairy god sister?
Oh, well, I'm like a guardian angel, a life coach, and a genie all up into one. So tell me, Alexandra, what's your greatest desire?
Really? Well, I have always wanted to travel and see the world. I want to see mountains, valleys, tropical islands. Oh, and I want to fall in love.
Of course, how predictable. They all want to fall in love. Look, we'll get to that later. Let's talk travel. Far more interesting.
I would love to see what lies beyond the castle walls.
Now that sounds more like it. So what's the first place on your list?
Where are you, girl? We're expecting you in the dining room immediately.
Well, better fly. I'll be back soon. Don't you worry. But
What's wrong with that fairy god sister? She seems too scattered to do anything for the princess.
I know the tricks, the ways of the witch and her puppet. Don't you think the fairy god sister's a breath of fresh air?
Fresh air or hotter?
Mind your manners. Here comes the queen.
Is it supposed to start already?
I think they're a little late. Hello?
When is it starting?
I don't know.
You're the narrator.
Hurry up!
aren't you?
It take too long.
What a nice narrator.
Finally. Where is she? She's supposed to meet her intended in 10 minutes. She's always up in fantasy land, that girl.
Well, you know there has been some talk that she does not want to meet another prince. However, I can be mistaken.
What are you talking about, you silly woman?
Madam, I'm sorry to say, but Lady Pooh is correct. Princess Alexandra has expressed to me that she does not want to get married yet.
What? Every princess wants a prince.
Yes, of course, in the long run, but Princess Alexandra has expressed to me that she wants to travel and have adventures before she falls in love and gets married.
Really, madam, it is not a bad thing. A lot of princes are taking some time to see the world and try new things before they settle into a life of ruling the kingdom.
Enough! I've never heard of such nonsense in my life. For generations, the women in my family have completed their studies, married a prince from a good heir, and produced an heir. If it was good enough for her foremothers, it'll be good enough for her. I will not have my daughter gallivanting around the world doing heaven knows what. She's a princess, and for this silly fascination with love...
Did I hear my name mentioned?
Hello, Princess. We're just talking to your mother about your plans for the future.
Oh. What is all this nonsense about wanting to travel, adventures, and love?
Well, you might as well know. I really do want to travel and see the world before I fall in love and settle down. I want to go whitewater rafting, do a bungee jump, maybe even some paragliding.
I have never heard of such nonsense. Prince Dylan is due here any minute, and I will not have you talking about these ridiculous notions. You were raised to become a queen and rule a kingdom with your husband, and that is what you shall do. Your dead father will be rolling over in his grave to hear you talk so.
Ma'am, I've just had a word that Prince Dylan's just arrived.
Come, Alexandra, let's go meet your new husband.
The family sat down to a sumptuous meal of scrambled eggs, bacon, whole grain toast, and ricotta pancakes with maple syrup.
Oh, yum.
And the best part of all was that Princess Alexandra was pleasantly surprised by Prince Dylan. He was charming, as all princes should be, but most princes rarely were. He was thoughtful, asking Alexandra questions about herself. The queen smiled approvingly as she was sure that this was the right prince for her lovely daughter. After breakfast, Princess Alexandra asked Prince Dylan if he would like to go on a walk in the castle's artificially cultured rainforest. He happily agreed.
So tell me, Princess Alexandra, what is your favorite subject of your studies?
Geography. I'm fascinated by other places and cultures. I read books about exotic locations and imagine that I am there. I love watching the Travel Channel. Oh, and the Amazing Race is just so amazing. Have you traveled much, Prince Dylan?
Yes, I have been very fortunate. I especially enjoyed my travels to South America. Perhaps if we marry, we could go there someday.
Really? You'd take me with you?
Of course, I think it is important for our monarchs to travel and to experience other cultures. How can we be expected to rule our land with an open mind if we haven't seen how other people live?
Princess Alexandra was extremely impressed by Prince Dylan's view of the world. She thought that for once her mother had made a good choice and that she might be able to pursue a relationship with him. She had one niggling thought, though. He seemed rather serious. She decided to test his sense of humor.
Dylan. Oh, do you mind if I call you Dylan?
Not at all. It's my name. Are you happy for me to call you Alexandra?
Actually, I prefer Alex.
Then Alex it is.
Dylan,
Yes, Alex.
can I ask you something?
Of course.
Why did the dragon cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the dragon cross the road?
Because it was the chicken's tail.
Oh, Alex, you're too much.
What's the matter? You're messing up your face.
I don't like him. He's smarmy.
Smarmy, huh? That's an unusual word for one so young.
I may be young, but I have a diverse vocabulary.
I can tell. So you have a problem with Prince Dylan?
Yeah, he seems too perfect and too sure of himself.
Smarmy.
Exactly.
Well, then you probably won't like the next bit. Princess Alexandra was smitten with Prince Dylan. Later that afternoon, instead of attending her swordplay tutorial, she covered a page in her diary with little hearts and the words, "Alex loves Dylan."
Oh, please. I thought this princess was different. She's just like all the rest. What happened to all the cool stuff she wanted to do? This love stuff is boring.
I think it might just be a temporary lapse. Let's see what happens next.
Okay, I'll stick with it a little longer.
Good for you.
Miss Prince Dylan. Mrs. Prince Dylan. Mrs. Prince Dylan.
So what happened to you then? The last time we spoke, you were talking about adventure, travel, and extreme sports. But now you're sidetracked by infatuation?
Oh, fairy god sister, you should meet him. He's not like all the others.
Still alive, huh? But for how much longer, Alex?
I'm too happy to even let that comment bother me. Really, fairy god sister, he's just darling. He's short and handsome, and he's been everywhere. And the best thing is, he's actually interested in me.
Oh, goody. Come on, Alex. You have plenty of time for all this lovey-dovey stuff. You're a bright young woman. Let's talk about your plans to get out and experience life.
Well, that's just it. That's what Dylan says that we'll do, you know, when we're married.
What? What are you talking about? You don't need a man in your life so you can go traveling. You're quite capable of going on your own.
I guess.
I guess. Have you forgotten something?
What do you mean?
Oh, I can't believe this. This morning you were babbling on about seeing the world. And now you're saying you only want to go at what's his name? What happened to that clever head on your shoulders?
Hey, I'm still clever. Just because I'm falling in love doesn't mean I lost IQ points. Why can't I have love, marriage, and adventure?
Why? Indeed. Wake up, girl. You seen Dr. Phil. Having it all is a fairy tale. You get married and you'll be tied to the castle like that. You really think that you and Prince what's his name?
It's Dylan.
Fine. You and Prince Dylan are going to visit wild and exotic places. You two will be too busy juggling duties, a mortgage on your castle, and royal babies to go anywhere.
Hang on. I thought you were supposed to be a guardian angel, a life coach, and a genie all wrapped up in one. You could be a little more supportive, you know.
I just don't want you to forget your dreams because you've met a man.
There's something important to tell you. May we come in?
Quick, hide. Come in.
Princess, we have some terrible news. On his way back to his castle, Prince Dunn and his entourage are stopped by bandits, and Prince Dunn was kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yes, his entourage was left tied to the trees in the forest, but he was taken away.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Well, there's only one thing to do. We have to go rescue him. And I don't care if my mother is sending a regiment of soldiers because they're not good enough. We should be able to find him.
Princess, I don't think that is wise. I mean, we're just women after all. What could we possibly do?
Well, we've got brains, don't we? And I've been practicing swordplay since I was 5.
Yes, but I think your parents remade that to a hobby, not something you actually use in real life.
Well, I cannot say how disappointed I am after all these years, and you two are just big scaredy cats.
Princess, that is quite enough. We have served you loyally since you were a baby. We are ladies of the court and will act as accordingly. That does not mean traipsing around the countryside, wielding swords, and putting ourselves in danger for a man we barely know.
Yeah, he's not just any man you know. He's my intended, and I intend to rescue him. Now, if you two will help me, then I will find someone who will. You are dismissed.
I shall be speaking to the queen about this. I am not happy, Princess Alexandra. I'm not happy at all.
In truth, I would love to come with you, but I don't want to jeopardize it. Bob and I have planned the trip to Thailand.
It's okay, Lady Delilah. I have someone else in mind who may be able to help me, but thank you.
Well, I really do think this is a catch.
Me too. Where are you?
Here I am.
Did you hear any of that? Prince Dylan was kidnapped.
Yes, I heard it all. My dress got dirty while I was crawling around.
Can you focus, please?
Yes, sorry, got carried away. Right, so, Prince kidnapped rescue. You'll need some gadgets and a horse.
A horse, definitely, but I can just get one from the castle stables. What kind of gadgets did you have in mind?
Well, I've been working with some great people developing a line of survival tools and rescue implements. You'd be surprised at what technology offers these days. Here we are.
And what do you call this?
A rope.
Amazing technology.
Just take the whole thing. There's everything you'll possibly need inside, including a CSI kit, knockout drops for dragons, a spell reversal pill in case you run into a witch, and Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs?
You rescue the prince after dueling dragons, outwitting witches, and wandering in the wilderness, there's a good chance you'll have bad breath. Doesn't make such a happy ending if he doesn't want to kiss you.
I guess you really do know what you're doing. Thank you, Fairy God Sister. I don't know what I would have done without you. My ladies in waiting couldn't wait to desert me.
Yes, well, keep safe. And if you get into a money pickle, just send me a text message and I'll be there in a jiffy. Speaking of jiffies, I'm due at the beauty parlor in 1. See ya.
Okay. Now I just have to get me a horse. This is so exciting.
Wow, this is exciting. I've never read too many fairy tales where the princess is not just a princess, but a heroine as well.
Well, she's a rather unusual princess.
Oh, howdy, you can say that again.
She is. She's not your usual run-of-the-mill princess that wants to get married and have kids. She wants to go on adventures and travel.
Well, how can she manage all of that?
What?
How can she manage all of that?
Well, she has her fairy god sister.
Anything else?
What do you think of the fairy god sister?
Oh, what's in the book? Read the book. a book. How do you not know how it... yeah.
Hold on. Hurry up!
You know, if you was organized... Oh, never mind.
Just put him over there and be careful. He's precious. Used to be that you could swing a dead ferret without hitting a prince. Now they're as rare as dragon teeth. That curse my wicked sister from Princess Alexandria is coming back to haunt us. Any prince she is going to marry dies before the wedding. Oh, let's get a good look at him. He's a handsome one, but I like him tall. He's not tall enough for me.
Ransom though, ransom though.
What did you say?
Ransom though, ransom though.
Ransom note? What ransom note?
Money for the prince, money for the prince.
Oh, that ransom note. I almost forgot what we were doing with him. Oh, look, he's trying to tell us something. Wonder what he has to say about all this.
You're in big trouble. You kidnapped me, tied me up, and dragged me here against my will. Do you even know who I am?
Of course we know who you are, you silly goose. We kidnapped you because you are a prince.
What are you gonna do with me? You're not gonna hurt me, are you?
Oh, I wouldn't do that. We are witches, not barbarians.
Ransom, ransom, ransom.
Be quiet, you bag of rags. We're just going to keep you here until your kingdom pays the ransom. Times are tough, you know. Not much call for magic and potions anymore. We've had to resort to other means of making a living, like extortion, fraud. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. You know what I mean?
Sort of, but how much are you asking for?
Let's just say enough to get us through winter. Our stove bit the dust, and we need a new electric blanket.
What you don't understand, my kingdom is broke.
What do you mean, broke? Like no money? Busted?
Broke, busted, princess busted, broke, busted.
Be quiet, you hunk of junk. Oh, not you, Prince. That hard-headed puppet. So you're telling me that you're a dud kidnappee?
Did you just call me a dud or a dude? I can assure you, madame, that I am neither.
That I do.
I'm going to knock your block head off.
Why do you think I'm courting Princess Alexandria? No other prince within miles will go near her. My parents insisted I court her and marry her as soon as possible, so I will get half of her kingdom.
This is a disaster.
Disaster, disaster.
I'm dreading the question's going to send me on. We gotta break the curse of evil twin put on Princess Alexandria.
Evil twin, disaster, disaster.
Right. Now, reading this map is hard. It is crossroads up here somewhere. Now, though, if that's north, then... Oh, I wish I had brought a compass.
Did I hear someone say, wish? Looking for one of these?
Oh, very God, sister, thank you. I'm just all back to front when it comes to reading maps.
Well, that way is north.
No wonder I've been walking around in circles.
What? Walking? What happened to your horse?
Well, he sort of ran away when I was taking a bathroom break.
Princess, you're supposed to tie him to a tree or something.
I guess I'm just no good at this adventure stuff after all.
Nonsense, just a minor step back, that's all. Keep your chin up and all that.
Thanks, fairy god sister.
Look, it's getting dark. Perhaps you should find somewhere to camp for the night.
You'll stay with me?
Of course I will.
Now, this is going to be the exciting part.
Good. It's been kind of lackluster until now. Is the witch and the puppy gonna come back?
Oh yes, she's got to help us create some magic. But first, we need to see what's happening at the campsite.
It's getting dark. Are they going to be alright?
Here they are.
Well, I know I'm being the brave, independent princess and all,
But that doesn't mean you don't need a little help or company, right?
True, this adventure stuff is hard work. But I went to the site of the kidnapping and found some fairly interesting clues. Thumbs up for your CSI kit.
So what did you manage to work out?
Well, Prince Dylan was abducted by... What's that noise?
Who's there?
Look out!
What's happening?
Who's there?
Duck! Are the curtains supposed to be closed during this scene?
They're supposed to be open.
Your play. How do you not know what's going on? You have one job. Why'd you stop? What's happening? What's going on?
I just wanted to make sure you weren't going to get scared. This is the part with the dragon.
The dragon? How cool. Well, I've been waiting for this bit. Come on, keep going.
Kids these days, all that Xbox and YouTube numbs them to everything. Not even scared by a dragon anymore.
Hey, are you a narrator or a social commentator? Excitable child here, waiting to be entertained. Hello?
Well, where was I? Oh yes. A huge, hairy-nosed dragon swooped low over the princess and her fairy god sister, claws at the ready, but they ducked out of the way just in time.
There ain't no dragon. Never heard of one of those.
Yes, well, it is a lesser-known dragon native to Australia. May I continue?
Oop.
From their vantage point in the ditch, Princess Alexandra and her fairy godmother witnessed a battle like they've never seen before.
Have either of them actually seen a battle before?
The voice it heard belonged to none other than Susie the Dragon. She fought valiantly with her expertise and tenacity. The dragon never stood a chance. It fell to the ground with a thunderous thud. Princess Alexandra and her fairy gods realized they were safe once again. They ran up to greet their heroine.
That was the most amazing thing that I've ever seen.
I think I ruined my dress. Oh, yes. Thanks for the heads up. Great to be saved and all.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. It's my duty, you see. Suki the Dragon Slayer at your service.
Hi, this is Princess Alexandra and I'm fairy god sister.
God's sister?
Oh, not that again.
I'm sorry, but did you say the dragon slaying is your job?
Yeah, I got the Union card to prove it. You want to see?
No thanks. I believe you. But I am curious. How did you become a dragon slayer?
Well, it all started when I was writing my antique role with all the other scribes, and I thought, there's got to be more to life than this. I was tired of having a desk job and living inside my head. I wanted adventure, you know, to live a little. Then someone told me about this new course to train to become a dragon slayer. And I thought, hey, that'd be way cooler. So I trained up, and here I am.
Well, I must say, you're darn good at it.
And it must be a fascinating lifestyle.
You know, I can't complain. I get to travel, meet interesting people, and it's very exciting. Well, let's get back to you two. What are you doing in this neck of the woods? It's really dangerous.
Well, my fiance, Prince Dylan, was kidnapped, and the clues have led us in this direction.
Well, I'd be happy to help. You might need some protection in these parts.
Actually, if you could accompany the princess, that would be terrific. I have some charity work I've been meaning to do, and I really need to get back to the office.
And my mother can pay you handsomely when this is all done.
I won't say no to that. You've got to make a living somehow.
Alex, sweetie, remember the call if you need me.
I will. Thank you for finding me in the woods for your bad sister.
Princess, it's my job. Now, if you get into a money pickle, just let Suki know, and she'll help you. Good luck finding your man. Ciao for now.
We should get moving. Wait and tell me all the clues you have when finding your husband.
Okay. But shouldn't we set up camp? It is starting to get dark.
No, it's time for sleep, princess. Come on.
Okay, sure. Hey, I found some very interesting clues at the crime scene.
Oh, do tell.
This is a disaster. You were in charge of research. How come you didn't realize that my evil sister's curse was still hanging over the princess? I thought she was over that stupid jealousy of hers.
Your fault, your fault, your fault.
Don't you blame this on me. It wasn't my idea to kidnap the royal with knowing about the curse. After all, I wanted to bet on a horse and carriage race. If you'll remember, I had a sure thing.
What to do, what to do, what to do.
What am I doing here stuck in this outrageous love drama when all I want to do is read books and play with my plants and herbs? Hey, let's go ask that guy over there. He seems to know what's going on. Hey you, are you the one in charge of this story? I seem to be getting the raw end of the deal. Mean that Prince? Prince, oh no, we must have left him tied up there back in the trees.
Hold on a minute. You can't barge in and change my story.
Yeah, what are... He does seem to flounder at times.
My wicked sister cast a spell on the princess and anyone she marries. If we can reverse the spell, the prince can marry the princess and all will be right in the kingdom.
A little corny, but it is a fairy tale after all.
I'll take that as constructive criticism. Thank you. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what happens for the next few minutes.
Where'd that witch go?
And when's she done with Prince Dylan?
She hasn't gone far. He must be around here somewhere.
I don't know where he could be. Prince Dylan, are you okay?
We gotta get out of here. That witch is insane. Always arguing with that silly puppet. Untie me, now.
Hello, she is a princess, you know. You could at least say please.
Who is this woman?
This is my friend Suki, and she helped me find you.
Yes, well, there really is no time for pleasantries. Finish untying me so we can go. Hurry up.
Hurry up. Don't you think you're being rather rude? I've been through a lot to try and come here and find you, and this is how you repay me? Let's go, Suki.
No, wait, please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so hard. It's just the stress of being kidnapped and all. Please, untie me, then please, let us get out of here.
Alright, there's gotta be something we can find him useful for.
I wish Mr. the Guards was here. He'd know what to do. You'd like him, Suki.
Whatever. Let's get going, Dylan.
Prince Dylan to you.
Whatever, Prince Dylan.
Oh, brother.
Maybe this prince not even so bad after all.
So now you're changing your mind.
No. Good workers, the tall ones. Getting things out of the cupboards, building shelves.
Focus, focus, focus.
Hey, where did you come from?
It's not his fault, really. I keep telling you, it's my evil twin. Somehow, someone needs to break the curse. Prince Dylan and Princess Alexandra were meant for each other.
Oh, brother, here we go again.
This is the spot where they kidnapped you.
So it is. How did you figure out where they are taking me?
I just took the forensic evidence left at the scenes, and it led me straight to the witch's forest. It was really quite easy.
Did you find all the Troy in there?
Wait, Princess Edna? Stop!
Hark! Who goes there?
Master of the Guards, I'm so glad to see you.
Master of the Guards, I'm so glad to see you too.
I must say, Princess, I'm relieved to see you too. We just received word from the palace that you and the prince are missing, and now you're found.
Well, I found the prince, with a little help from a couple of my friends.
Really? How extraordinary. We've been combing this area for clues all day. Who is this friend that knows so much about forensic evidence?
Well, actually, it was another friend that got me interested, and she gave me a bunch of these gadgets that I was supposed to use.
Well, it's obvious to me that whoever this friend was led us to an extraordinary discovery. If only I had someone as keen-minded as I am myself.
Maybe you two should meet sometime and have coffee or something.
Oh, like that.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt all this friendly chit chat, but haven't we forgotten something here?
So here we are, almost at the end. The prince really is a nice guy, and the princess really is a nice girl. The master of the guards needs a good detective, especially one as agile as Suki the Dragon Slayer. The ending is obvious.
Except for the fact that my evil sister still has a curse over the prince and anyone she marries. How are you gonna get out of that one, Mr. Narrator?
Yeah, I ain't gonna get out of that one.
Get out of that one, get out of that one.
It's simple. Watch this. Suki the Dragon Slayer goes to the castle of evil twin sister Clotilda. She defeats the dragon protecting the Clotilda Forest compound. Once she defeated the dragon, all the spells the evil twin sister cast were lifted. All those afflicted by the spells were free.
So that means the prince and princess can be married?
I knew it was gonna be one of these happily ever after stories. Didn't I tell you at the beginning?
It wouldn't be a fairy tale if it didn't end happily ever after. Lady Delilah and Lady Prue continued working for the queen. Lady Delilah went on a trip to Thailand, and Lady Prue was surprised with the birth of her first grandchild. Queen Alice quietly retired, agreeing to get over the power of ruling the kingdom to help Lady Delilah and Lady Prue open an orphanage for orphan children. The witch was also set free with the destruction of the evil twins' power. She spent the rest of her life mixing herbs and growing exotic vegetables. Her puppet is still her faithful companion. They were still arguing to this day. The fairy god sister did what all fairy god sisters do. She followed the princess everywhere she went and made sure the choices she made were meant to be. Suki the Dragon Slayer went to work for the Master of the Guards. Suki won every award the Dragon Slayer offered for exemplary service. They formed the Dragon Slayers Incorporated and became very wealthy. Princess Alexandra and Prince Dylan were married with the lifting of the curse. The prince's family reclaimed their land and resources.
So you're telling me they all lived happily ever after?
Well,
what about me?
and the dragon?
Okay, keep going.
Well, that's up to you. You are why we started this whole plan in the first place. You're who will write all these fairy tales when you grow up. In fact, you are the one who is writing this fairy tale right now. How do you think it should end?
Well, like all fairy tales should end. And we all lived happily ever after.
Happily ever after, happily ever after.
No, say it anymore.
What a performance. No wonder these guys are moving on to bigger things. Well, I would like to give thanks to all of our actors and actresses, and to Uncle Bill who worked in the Sound Castle. And to Mrs. Jacobson who directed the 6th and 7th grade play. And to Mr. Cards, who supported the 8th graders. And to Ms. Teixeira, who assisted the 4th and 5th graders. And finally, a round of applause to all of those who helped donate items. Ladies and gentlemen, we should all head back. There will be snacks, beverages, and many more. Thank you. It has been a pleasure spending my evening with you.